Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. What if the key to unlocking your dreams lies in the words you speak to yourself every single day? You are one decision away from transforming your life forever. The truth is, your mind is the battlefield where success or failure is decided. And today, right now, I'm going to give you the 12 words that will win you the battle. These aren't just words. They're declarations of your greatness, your potential, and your unbreakable will. You are worthy of success. It's not something that has to be earned by meeting some external standard. It's not something that can be given to you by others or withheld based on their approval. The truth is, success is your birthright. The moment you were born, you were already deserving of every good thing that life has to offer. Your value is intrinsic, and no one has the right to define it but you. Too often, people go through life seeking validation from the outside world, waiting for someone to tell them they're enough, waiting for the approval of others to confirm their worth. But here's the truth. You don't need anyone's permission to be successful. You are already worthy of it. Success doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, or the circumstances that surround you. Your worth is not defined by your past. It's not defined by your failures or the mistakes you've made. Success doesn't care about your history. It cares about your mindset, your belief in yourself, and your willingness to take action. Too many people limit themselves because they think their past disqualifies them from greatness. But your past doesn't dictate your future unless you let it. Every day is a new opportunity to choose success, to step into your worth, and to claim what's already yours. The world doesn't owe you success, but it also doesn't owe anyone else more than it owes you. There is no hierarchy when it comes to your potential. Your dreams are just as valid as anyone else's. When you embrace the fact that you are worthy of success, you stop shrinking to make others feel comfortable. You stop holding back your dreams because you're worried that others will judge you or that you're not deserving. The truth is, the more you step into your own worth, the more you open the door for others to do the same. When you recognize that you are worthy, you give others the permission to see their own worth. Success comes to those who are ready to receive it. If you don't believe you're worthy, you will always subconsciously push success away. You'll sabotage opportunities, delay progress, and hold yourself back because deep down, you don't believe you deserve what's in front of you. This isn't just about affirmations or words. It's about a shift in your mindset. When you truly believe you are worthy of success, you take action with confidence. You show up for yourself every day, knowing that the effort you put in is worth it because you are deserving of the rewards that come from that effort. Being worthy of success means knowing that your dreams are valid. Your vision of a better life, the things you wish to accomplish, and the person you desire to become, these are not fantasies. They are the real and attainable results of your potential. Don't let anyone convince you that you're not entitled to the success you dream of just because they don't understand your vision or because they've chosen a different path. Your worth isn't tied to other people's opinions or understanding. Your path is yours to create. Success requires hard work, perseverance, and dedication, but it also requires belief in yourself. You can work endlessly, but if you don't believe that you deserve to succeed, you'll always struggle to reach your full potential. When you wake up every day knowing you're worthy of success, you show up with intention, you give your best effort because you know that every bit of hard work you put in is taking you closer to what you are meant to achieve. Worthiness is not about perfection. It's about the belief that you are enough just as you are and that your efforts matter. People often make the mistake of thinking that worthiness is tied to external success. But in reality, your worth is separate from your achievements. Whether you win or fail, you are still deserving of success. Achievements are the results of actions, and actions can be taken regardless of the circumstances. It's not the external outcome that defines your worth. It's your internal belief in your value. You can still fail, stumble, or fall short, and yet you are still worthy of success because you are learning, growing, and moving forward. Failures don't take away your worth. They add to your story and show that you are willing to take risks, to learn, and to keep going. The most important part of realizing you are worthy of success is understanding that this worthiness is not tied to anyone else's idea of success. Your worth isn't dependent on how others define it. Someone else's success might look different from yours, and that's perfectly okay. You don't have to compare your journey to anyone else's to feel worthy. In fact, comparison is one of the most damaging things you can do to your self-worth. Every person has their own path, their own struggles, and their own timing. Just because someone else's version of success looks different doesn't mean you are any less deserving of your own. When you understand that you are worthy of success, you become unstoppable. You stop holding back your greatness. You stop waiting for permission. You stop playing small. You understand that your worth is not negotiable and that the success you desire is already yours to claim. You stop doubting yourself and start trusting your instincts, your decisions, and your abilities. You stop seeking external validation because you know deep down that you don't need anyone else's approval to go after what you want. Your worth is not something that can be taken away. It's not determined by your circumstances or by others' opinions of you. It's an unshakable truth that resides within you. Success is not a matter of if you're worthy, it's a matter of when you choose to believe it. The moment you accept that you are worthy of success is the moment everything changes. You stop holding yourself back, you stop second guessing yourself, and you start acting as if you already deserve the success you desire. That belief is the foundation of everything else you will achieve. You control your destiny. There is no external force that has the power to dictate where your life will go unless you allow it. It doesn't matter where you've come from or the obstacles that may lie ahead. Your destiny is not shaped by your past, your circumstances, or what others have told you is possible. The power to design your future is entirely in your hands. You are the one who determines the path you walk, the direction you take, and the life you create. Your choices today will shape the reality you experience tomorrow. Too many people live under the illusion that their future is in the hands of someone else. They wait for the right person to come along, for a situation to change, or for an opportunity to magically appear. But the truth is that you are your own greatest opportunity. The power to create your destiny lies within your own decisions and actions. No one else can do it for you. If you want to live a life of fulfillment and success, you must take full ownership of your choices. It's up to you whether you accept or reject the power to shape your future. The key to controlling your destiny lies in your mindset. What you believe about yourself and what you believe about the world directly influences the decisions you make. If you think your life is dictated by circumstances beyond your control, you will live a life of passivity, always waiting for things to change rather than taking action to create the change yourself. But if you believe that you have the power to influence your future through intentional, focused decisions, you will act with purpose and confidence. Your beliefs shape your destiny, and you have the ability to choose what you believe. When you understand that you control your destiny, you stop blaming others for your challenges. It's easy to point the finger at the people around you, at your past, or at the circumstances that seem unfair, but taking responsibility for your destiny means accepting that you have the power to respond differently. You can choose how you react to challenges, what you focus on, and the actions you take in the face of adversity. Your destiny isn't a product of what happens to you. It's the result of how you choose to react and move forward from what happens. The decisions you make today are the building blocks of your tomorrow. Every small decision, whether it's how you spend your time, who you spend it with, or the choices you make about your health, finances, and relationships, influences your future. Your destiny is the result of the accumulation of these decisions. If you want a different future, you must begin by making different choices today. The good news is that no matter where you are right now, you have the power to choose a new direction. Every moment is an opportunity to change the course of your life. Controlling your destiny also means rejecting the idea that things happen by chance. While life may throw curveballs your way, it's not a random event that defines your future, but your ability to respond. If you believe your life is governed by fate or luck, you give away your power. The reality is that success happiness, and fulfillment are all within your reach. And they are created by the decisions you make every day. The belief that you are in control of your destiny removes the sense of helplessness and puts the reins of your life back in your hands. Your destiny is not something that will simply unfold on its own. You have to actively create it. You can't sit back and wait for things to happen. Life requires action and it requires intentionality. When you control your destiny, you don't wait for the perfect moment or for someone else to give you permission. You create your own opportunities. You take the necessary steps, no matter how small, to move toward the future you desire. You don't let fear, doubt, or uncertainty hold you back. Instead, you act in spite of them, knowing that the future you want is worth the effort. Controlling your destiny also requires resilience. The road to success is rarely smooth, and the path to your dreams will be filled with obstacles and setbacks. But these challenges are not signs that your destiny is out of reach. They are opportunities for growth. When you embrace the fact that you control your destiny, you understand that no setback is permanent. Each failure, each challenge is simply a part of the process that brings you closer to your goal. The ability to persist in the face of adversity, to keep going even when it feels tough, is what will ultimately determine the outcome of your destiny. When you take control of your destiny, you stop waiting for external validation. Too many people live their lives trying to meet the expectations of others or waiting for someone to tell them they are on the right path. But the truth is, you don't need anyone's approval to live your best life. You must trust yourself, trust your instincts, and trust that you have the capability to make the right decisions. Your destiny is yours to define, and you are the one who knows what's best for you. Don't look to others for confirmation. Look inward and trust your own judgment. Controlling your destiny means never settling for less than what you truly want. It's easy to settle when things get tough or when it feels like the world is against you, but true success comes from the refusal to accept mediocrity. You must hold yourself to the highest standards and never compromise on your vision for your life. When you control your destiny, you refuse to settle for anything less than your best life. You pursue your dreams relentlessly with passion and purpose, knowing that you are worthy of achieving everything you set out to do. Your destiny is in your hands, and you have the power to make it whatever you desire. You are resilient. Resilience is not something you are born with, but something that grows inside of you with every challenge, every setback, and every obstacle you face. It's the ability to bounce back from adversity, to rise after falling, and to continue moving forward when the road ahead seems uncertain. Life doesn't always go as planned. It can throw curveballs, leave you feeling defeated, or push you to your limits. But resilience is what allows you to keep going when everything else feels like it's falling apart. It's the strength you summon when you think you have none left. It's not just about surviving difficult situations. It's about thriving despite them. Being resilient doesn't mean that you won't face hard times. It means you have the ability to face them and overcome them. Everyone faces hardships. Some are small and others are life-altering. But how you respond to those challenges determines whether you remain stuck or move forward. Resilience is about embracing difficulty, seeing it as an opportunity for growth, and refusing to let it define you. It's about taking control of how you react and understanding that setbacks don't have to be permanent. Every failure, every hardship is just a lesson on your journey, and you have the strength to learn from it and move on. Resilience is built over time. It's a muscle that strengthens the more you use it. Every time you face adversity and choose not to give up, you are building resilience. Every time life pushes you down and you find the strength to get back up, your resilience grows. It's easy to think that you need to have everything figured out from the start, but resilience is forged in the fires of experience. It doesn't come from avoiding difficulty, but from leaning into it. Each challenge is an opportunity to show yourself just how strong you really are and to prove that you can handle whatever comes your way. One of the most powerful aspects of resilience is that it gives you the ability to adapt. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and things will not always work out the way you expect them to. But when you are resilient, you understand that the path may change, and that's okay. Adaptability is a key part of resilience. You may not be able to control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. When life knocks you off course, resilience helps you find a new direction, a new approach, and a renewed sense of purpose. It's about understanding that even when things don't go as planned, you have the ability to adjust and keep moving forward. The foundation of resilience lies in your mindset. It's about how you perceive the challenges in front of you. If you see obstacles as insurmountable, if you view them as the end of the road, then you will struggle to bounce back. But if you can reframe those obstacles as stepping stones or opportunities for growth, then you will find the strength to keep going. Resilience comes from believing that no matter what happens, you will find a way to rise again. It's about embracing a growth mindset, knowing that every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. In moments of difficulty, resilience gives you the courage to keep moving even when you don't feel like it. There will be times when everything in you wants to quit, when the weight of the world feels like too much to bear. But resilience is the inner fire that keeps you going when you feel like giving up. It's the voice inside that tells you to take one more step, to keep going just a little longer. It doesn't mean you won't feel fear, sadness, or frustration. It means that you choose to move forward in spite of those emotions. Resilience is about finding strength in your vulnerability and continuing to push forward regardless of how difficult the journey becomes. Resilience also teaches you to be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, and building resilience doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that requires self-compassion, understanding that setbacks are a normal part of life and that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Being resilient doesn't mean you never feel discouraged or defeated. It means that even in those moments, you are kind to yourself, acknowledging that you're doing your best and that your best is enough. It means knowing that progress is often slow, but that as long as you keep moving, you're still moving in the right direction. You are resilient because you are capable of handling more than you realize. When faced with a difficult situation, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, like you don't have the strength to get through it. But time and time again, you've proven that you have the ability to overcome. Your resilience is built on your history of survival, on the challenges you've already faced and conquered. When you look back at all the times you thought you wouldn't make it, and yet you're still standing, you realize just how strong you truly are. You've already weathered storms that you thought would break you, and yet here you are, stronger and wiser. Every resilient person has moments of doubt. You will question yourself. You will wonder if you're capable of handling the challenges ahead. But resilience is about continuing to take action in the face of uncertainty. It's about finding the strength to keep going even when you're unsure of the outcome. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to take the next step. Resilience is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent, about finding the will to keep going when everything seems impossible. It's about believing that no matter how many times you fall, you will always find a way to rise. Resilience is the key to turning adversity into opportunity. The most successful, fulfilled people are often those who have faced the greatest challenges and have come out stronger on the other side. They have learned to use their struggles as fuel for their growth. They don't let failure define them, and they don't let setbacks stop them. Instead, they use those experiences to build the strength and wisdom necessary to achieve their goals. Resilience is the difference between giving up and achieving greatness, and it's a quality you can cultivate with every challenge you face. You choose your attitude. It's one of the most powerful aspects of who you are, yet it's often overlooked or undervalued. Your attitude is the lens through which you see the world, and it shapes everything you experience. No matter what happens around you or to you, you have the ability to decide how you will respond. Life doesn't control your attitude. You do. It doesn't matter what obstacles come your way, what people say about you, or what challenges you face. At the end of the day, your attitude is in your hands. It's a choice that you make every moment, and it determines how you navigate through life. Too many people fall into the trap of thinking that their attitude is a reflection of their circumstances. They believe that if things are going well, then they can be happy, optimistic, and positive. But when things go wrong, they think it's impossible to maintain a good attitude. The truth is that your circumstances don't have the power to dictate your attitude unless you allow them to. External events might influence your feelings, but they should never control your outlook. You can choose to look at life through the lens of opportunity, no matter what's happening around you. The power of choosing your attitude lies in its ability to shape your reality. When you approach life with a positive, optimistic attitude, you begin to see solutions where others see problems. You start to notice opportunities in the midst of challenges, and your mindset shifts from "this is happening to me" to "this is happening for me." This shift in perspective can change everything. When you adopt a mindset that challenges are stepping stones rather than roadblocks, you open up your world to limitless potential. The choice to see the good, even in difficult times, transforms your life in ways you never thought possible. You choose your attitude even when it's hard. There will be days when life tests your patience, when everything seems to be going wrong, or when people let you down. In those moments, it's easy to default to frustration, anger, or despair. But it's in those moments that your attitude is truly tested. It's easy to be positive when everything is going your way, but it takes true strength to choose a good attitude when things aren't so easy. Your attitude in times of adversity shows your character. It's the moment where you either let your circumstances control you or you take control of how you respond to those circumstances. When you understand that you have the power to choose your attitude, you take responsibility for your emotional state. Too many people fall into the trap of blaming others for how they feel. They blame their boss, their friends, their family, or their situation for their bad mood or negative outlook. But when you choose your attitude, you stop looking outward for the source of your emotions. Instead, you look inward and realize that you have the power to control how you feel no matter what's happening around you. You stop giving away your emotional power to others and start taking ownership of your mindset. Choosing your attitude means choosing the kind of person you want to be. It means deciding whether you will approach life with a mindset of gratitude or entitlement, with optimism or pessimism, with strength or weakness. Every situation you face presents an opportunity to make that choice. It's easy to adopt a negative attitude when things aren't going well, but by choosing to stay positive and focused on the good, you build your character and resilience. The more you choose the right attitude in tough situations, the more natural it becomes to maintain that attitude regardless of what life throws your way. Your attitude influences the people around you. If you choose to approach life with positivity, gratitude, and optimism, you become a beacon of light for others. People are drawn to those who have a good attitude, even in the face of challenges. When you radiate positivity, you inspire others to do the same. Conversely, if you choose negativity, anger, or frustration, you can create a toxic environment that drags everyone down. Your attitude has a ripple effect. What you put out into the world affects those around you, and that energy is contagious. When you choose a good attitude, you not only improve your own life, but also positively impact the lives of others. Choosing your attitude is also about self-mastery. Life will test you, people will challenge you, and circumstances will sometimes be out of your control. But your ability to choose your attitude in those moments shows your mastery over your emotions. It's not about suppressing your feelings or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging your emotions and still making the conscious choice to rise above them. Mastery of your attitude is about acknowledging the power you have to rise above your circumstances and refuse to let them dictate your emotional state. Your attitude is your greatest tool for personal growth. When you choose to approach every situation with the right mindset, you open yourself up to learning, growth, and self-improvement. A positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means facing them with the belief that you have the ability to learn from them and grow stronger. When you adopt a growth mindset, you stop seeing failure as something to fear and start seeing it as a lesson. You choose to see setbacks as opportunities for development rather than as roadblocks. Your attitude can transform your approach to life's challenges, turning them into stepping stones on your path to success. When you choose your attitude, you empower yourself to be the best version of who you are. Life can be messy, complicated, and unpredictable, but your attitude is always in your control. You may not be able to control the world around you, but you can control how you engage with it. By choosing your attitude, you claim your power and show the world that you are not defined by your circumstance. Your attitude becomes the foundation upon which everything else is built. Your actions, your decisions, your relationships, and your ultimate success. You hold the key to your own happiness, peace, and fulfillment. And that key lies in the attitude you choose to adopt each and every day. You are focused on your goals. Focus is the cornerstone of achievement. Without focus, your dreams and ambitions become distant, intangible concepts that remain just out of reach. Focus means understanding what you want, knowing why you want it, and making it a non-negotiable priority in your life. It's not just about setting goals, it's about dedicating your mind, time, and energy to them. Focus requires a sense of clarity, a clear vision of where you're going, a deep connection to your purpose, and the determination to stay on course no matter what distractions arise. When you are focused, your actions are intentional, deliberate, and aligned with the results you seek. In today's world, distractions are abundant. They come in many forms: social media, the noise of daily life, the pressures of other people's expectations, or even your own doubts. But focus allows you to cut through the noise and prioritize what truly matters. It's about sharpening your attention and tuning out everything that isn't in line with your goals. When you are focused, you know that every moment counts, and you refuse to squander any of it on things that won't get you closer to your dreams. You understand that time is the most valuable resource you have, and how you spend it will determine whether you achieve success or not. Being focused requires discipline. It's about committing to a course of action and following through even when it's hard or inconvenient. Discipline means consistently making the right choices, even when the temptation to do otherwise is strong. It's choosing long-term success over short-term satisfaction. When you are focused, you don't give up at the first sign of difficulty, and you don't let setbacks derail you from your path. You have the strength to push through the tough moments, knowing that your commitment to your goals will pay off in the end. Focus demands that you make sacrifices along the way, but those sacrifices are small compared to the rewards that come with staying the course. Focus also means learning to say no. It means understanding that not everything is worth your time, energy, or attention. You can't chase every opportunity, meet every obligation, or engage in every distraction that comes your way. To stay focused, you have to protect your time fiercely and be willing to turn down things that don't align with your goals. Saying no isn't about being selfish. It's about protecting your energy and ensuring that everything you do is contributing to your growth and success. When you choose to say no, you are saying yes to your future, to the life you are working toward, and to the goals you've set for yourself. Staying focused requires resilience. There will be moments when you question whether it's all worth it, moments when the progress seems slow or the road ahead appears too challenging, but resilience is what keeps you going when the journey feels long and arduous. Focus helps you stay connected to your purpose even when the path becomes difficult to follow. When obstacles arise, as they inevitably will, focus allows you to keep moving forward with a steady hand instead of getting discouraged or giving up. Your focus helps you navigate the setbacks and find new ways to push through. Resilience means that no matter how many times you stumble, you always get back up, determined to keep going. The power of focus is that it brings clarity. When you are focused, you have a clear understanding of your priorities, and your decisions are guided by that clarity. You don't waste time on things that don't matter or get lost in the maze of options that life presents to you. Instead, you stay true to what you know is important. Your goals become the compass that directs your actions, ensuring that every step you take is aligned with your desired outcome. Focus gives you the ability to eliminate confusion and overwhelm, replacing it with a sense of purpose and direction. Focus also helps you to stay motivated over the long term. Motivation can be fleeting, but focus helps you build momentum. When you're focused on your goals, even the smallest progress feels significant, and that keeps the fire of motivation burning. You know that every action, no matter how small, brings you one step closer to your dreams. Focus allows you to stay grounded in the present moment, fully immersed in the task at hand without getting distracted by what's happening elsewhere. This continuous, steady progress makes it easier to keep going, even when the journey feels long. As you stay focused on your goals, you also develop a sense of self-confidence. When you are committed to your objectives and you consistently make progress toward them, you begin to trust yourself more. You see that you are capable of handling challenges, of staying the course, and of making your dreams a reality. Focus builds confidence because it proves to you that you have the strength, determination, and ability to achieve what you set out to do. The more focused you are, the more you believe in yourself and your ability to create the life you desire. Focus also means learning to prioritize the most important things and eliminating distractions. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, taking on more responsibilities than you can handle, or falling into the trap of procrastination. But when you are focused, you understand that not all tasks are created equal. You learn to identify the things that will bring you closer to your goals and spend your energy on those while letting go of things that don't serve your higher purpose. By prioritizing what truly matters, you not only stay on track, but also become more efficient in your efforts. Focus helps you to be intentional with your time, ensuring that every action you take is a step toward achieving your dreams. Staying focused on your goals is a daily practice. It's not something that happens once and then is maintained effortlessly. Focus requires continuous effort, discipline, and commitment. It means checking in with yourself every day, reassessing your priorities, and making sure that your actions are still aligned with your vision. Staying focused isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about having the perseverance to keep moving forward even when things get tough, and the belief that your goals are worth the effort. When you are focused, there's nothing that can stand in your way. You are grateful for today. Gratitude is the foundation for a fulfilled life. In a world where it's easy to focus on what's wrong or what's missing, gratitude shifts your perspective and allows you to see the blessings you already have. It's about appreciating the present moment, recognizing that today is a gift, and embracing the beauty in the here and now. When you are grateful for today, you stop chasing after the next thing, the next achievement, or the next moment, and instead you fully experience the richness of life as it unfolds before you. You understand that today, in its entirety, is enough. Gratitude is not just about big life-changing events. It's about appreciating the small, everyday moments that make up your life. It's about feeling thankful for the simple things, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the comfort of your home, the smile of a loved one, or the breath you take. So often, we overlook these small miracles because we're too focused on what's coming next. But when you embrace gratitude for today, you start to notice these moments and realize that they are what make life truly meaningful. It's in the little things that we find the greatest joy, and gratitude allows you to see that. To be grateful for today is to acknowledge the power of the present. It's easy to get lost in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future, but when you are truly grateful for today, you center yourself in the present moment. You recognize that the past is gone and the future is uncertain, but today is the only day you can control. It's the only day you can live fully, love deeply, and experience everything life has to offer. When you are grateful for today, you stop waiting for tomorrow to be happy, and you start living with joy in the here and now. Gratitude also brings you closer to your true self. It helps you realize that everything you need to be happy, fulfilled, and at peace is already within you. When you are grateful for today, you become more self-awareness, more connected to your emotions, and more in tune with what truly matters. You stop seeking happiness outside of yourself, and instead you learn to cultivate it from within. Gratitude opens your heart to your own power and reminds you that you are enough just as you are right now. It teaches you to be content with the present moment without constantly striving for more. When you are grateful for today, you also cultivate a sense of peace. Life is constantly changing and the uncertainties of the future can be overwhelming, but gratitude gives you a sense of calm because it reminds you that in this moment all is well. You don't need to have everything figured out and you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be present, to appreciate what you have and to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Gratitude for today allows you to surrender to the flow of life, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Being grateful for today helps you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. Instead of focusing on what you lack or what hasn't gone according to plan, gratitude shifts your mindset to what you already have. It trains you to see the abundance around you, the opportunities, the relationships, the experiences, and the lessons. When you live in a state of gratitude, you realize that you have more than enough. You have the resources, the strength, and the support to handle anything that comes your way. Gratitude opens your eyes to the richness of your life, even in moments of hardship, and it allows you to see that you are never truly lacking. Gratitude also strengthens your relationships. When you are grateful for today, you become more present with the people around you. You appreciate them for who they are and for the moments you share together. Gratitude deepens your connections because it helps you focus on the good in others rather than their shortcomings. It encourages you to express love and appreciation, which strengthens the bonds you share. By being grateful for the people in your life, you create an environment of positivity, kindness, and mutual respect, which makes it easier for everyone to thrive. When you are grateful for today, you open yourself up to growth. Gratitude is not just about appreciating what you have. It's also about acknowledging where you're at on your journey. It's about seeing the progress you've made and being proud of how far you've come, even if the road hasn't been easy. Gratitude allows you to reflect on your past, not with regret, but with a sense of appreciation for the lessons learned and the strength gained. It encourages you to embrace the journey with all its ups and downs and to be thankful for the experiences that have shaped you into who you are. Being grateful for today also helps you cultivate resilience. Life will inevitably present challenges, but when you are grateful for what you have in the present moment, you become more adaptable and resourceful. Gratitude reminds you that even in difficult times, there are still things to be thankful for. Whether it's the support of friends and family, the lessons learned, or your own inner strength. By focusing on what is going well, even during hardship, gratitude gives you the resilience to keep going. It helps you bounce back faster and face adversity with a more positive mindset. Gratitude for today leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment. When you are focused on the present moment and appreciate the life you have right now, you stop chasing after external achievements or possessions in the hope that they will bring happiness. Instead, you realize that true fulfillment comes from within. It comes from being content with the present, from appreciating everything you already have, and from living each day with purpose. Gratitude allows you to live with intention, to savor the little moments, and to find joy in the journey. When you are grateful for today, you realize that this moment is enough, and that's all you really need. You are unstoppable. This isn't just a motivational phrase, it's a statement of your potential, a reminder of your power, and a declaration that no force in this world can stand in your way when you set your mind to something. Being unstoppable means understanding that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the strength, resilience, and determination to overcome them. It's not about avoiding difficulties or pretending that the road will always be easy. It's about knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth, and that with every setback, you only get stronger. You are unstoppable because you refuse to let circumstances define you. Instead, you define your own path and your own success. To be unstoppable, you must first believe in your own ability to create change. So often, people get stuck in the mindset that they are victims of their circumstances, that life is happening to them instead of for them. But when you understand that you are the author of your own story, you take full ownership of your actions and your outcomes, you realize that no matter how difficult things get, you have the power to keep moving forward, to change direction, and to keep striving toward your goals. Belief in yourself is the foundation of being unstoppable. When you believe in your own ability, you are equipped to face anything that comes your way. Being unstoppable also means resilience. Life will throw challenges at you, and at times it may feel like you are being knocked down over and over again. But being unstoppable doesn't mean never falling. It means getting back up every single time you do. Resilience is what allows you to bounce back stronger from failure, setbacks, and disappointments. It's about understanding that the journey will never be linear and that success is built on persistence. When you are unstoppable, you refuse to accept defeat. You pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward because you know that every step you take brings you closer to your vision. Unstoppability comes from a deep, unwavering commitment to your goals. It's about being clear on what you want and not letting anything derail you from that vision. Commitment is the driving force that keeps you going even when the road gets tough. When you are truly committed to something, no distraction, no excuse, no challenge can stop you. Commitment means making the choice to stay focused on your purpose even when it would be easier to give up or take the easy route. You understand that success isn't for the faint of heart, and that it takes hard work, sacrifice, and persistence to reach your goals. But when you are committed, none of that feels like a burden. It feels like the only path worth taking. Being unstoppable means you are willing to push through discomfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone, and when you are determined to achieve greatness, you realize that stepping into discomfort is a necessary part of the process. It's easy to want to stay in the familiar, to avoid challenges, and to stick with what feels safe. But the true power of being unstoppable is the willingness to embrace discomfort, to take risks, and to keep moving forward even when the path ahead is unclear. You understand that growth requires stretching yourself beyond your current limits, and you are willing to face the fear, uncertainty, and struggle that comes with that growth. The willingness to embrace discomfort is the hallmark of an unstoppable mindset. Being unstoppable also means learning from every experience. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. When you fall short or face setbacks, instead of giving up, you use those moments as opportunities for learning and improvement. The key to being unstoppable is the ability to adapt, grow, and improve with every challenge. You don't see obstacles as barriers, you see them as stepping stones on your journey. Every failure teaches you something valuable, and with every lesson learned, you become more skilled, more capable, and more confident. The more you fail and rise again, the more unstoppable you become. You develop a growth mindset that turns every setback into a lesson and every lesson into progress. Unstoppability also requires vision. It's not just about moving forward, it's about moving forward with purpose. When you have a clear vision of where you are going, you can stay focused even when distractions try to pull you away from your path. A strong vision gives you direction and helps you to navigate challenges with clarity and confidence. When you are unstoppable, you know exactly what you are working toward, and that vision fuels your motivation. It keeps you grounded in your purpose and reminds you why you're willing to put in the work, make sacrifices, and stay the course. Being unstoppable means you take massive action. It's one thing to have dreams, goals, and intentions, but it's another thing to take bold, consistent action toward them. You understand that dreams without action are just wishes, and wishes don't lead to results. Unstoppable people take action, big action, small action, consistent action. It doesn't matter if the actions you take are perfect. What matters is that you keep. Progress doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances. It comes from showing up every day, doing the work, and making steady progress. When you are unstoppable, you don't sit back and wait for things to happen. You make things happen. Unstoppability also requires courage, the courage to face fear head on, the courage to take risks, and the courage to believe that you are capable of achieving the extraordinary. Fear is a natural part of growth, but when you are unstoppable, you refuse to let it control you. You feel the fear, acknowledge it, and keep moving forward anyway. You understand that the only way to achieve greatness is to step into the unknown, to take leaps of faith, and to face the challenges that others may shy away from. Your courage allows you to move through fear with confidence, knowing that on the other side of discomfort lies the life you are working to create. Finally, being unstoppable means never settling. You refuse to settle for mediocrity, for the status quo, or for anything less than your highest potential. You understand that you are capable of more, and that potential is a driving force in your life. You strive for excellence in everything you do, and you are unwilling to accept anything less than your best effort. Settling is not an option for you because you know that your dreams are worth the pursuit and your goals are worth the sacrifices. You live with the unwavering belief that you are destined for greatness, and you will do whatever it takes to reach it. Your determination, passion, and relentless drive make you unstoppable, and you never stop pushing forward until you've achieved the success you know you deserve. You are disciplined. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It is the quiet force that drives success and the foundation on which all achievement is built. To be disciplined is to understand that success is not an accident or a stroke of luck. It is the result of consistent, focused effort over time. Discipline means setting a clear intention, creating a plan, and then following through on that plan, no matter how difficult, uncomfortable, or inconvenient it may be. It is the ability to resist temptation, to stay focused, and to keep going even when the path ahead seems long or the rewards feel far off. Without discipline, dreams remain just that, dreams. But with discipline, you transform those dreams into reality. Discipline means creating habits that serve your highest goals. It's about making decisions today that align with the life you want to live tomorrow. Success isn't built in a day, and discipline acknowledges that. It's the consistent, daily actions, even the small ones, that accumulate over time to produce remarkable results. When you are disciplined, you understand the power of small positive habits and how they compound over time. Whether it's waking up early, exercising, planning your day, reading, or working on your craft, discipline ensures that you stay on track. Every action, no matter how small, is a step toward your ultimate goal, and discipline makes sure you continue to take those steps day in and day out. Being disciplined means mastering your impulses. Life is full of distractions, temptations, and momentary pleasures that can pull you away from your goals. But discipline is the ability to pause, to assess the long-term impact of your choices, and to choose what is best for you in the moment. It means saying no to short-term gratification in order to achieve long-term success. Whether it's resisting the urge to procrastinate, avoiding distractions, or sticking to your commitments, discipline is what keeps you focused on the bigger picture. You realize that every small decision you make is either bringing you closer to your goals or taking you further away from them. And with discipline, you make the right choice more often than not. Discipline also means having a plan and sticking to it. Without a clear plan, it's easy to get lost or to waste time on things that don't matter. Discipline involves being organized and strategic, setting specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound goals, and following through on the steps necessary to achieve them. A disciplined person doesn't rely on motivation alone, they rely on the strength of their plan. Motivation can come and go, but discipline ensures that you keep working even when motivation fades. When you are disciplined, you make decisions based on your goals, not your feelings. Even on days when you don't feel like working, you trust in the process and push forward, knowing that discipline is the key to success. To be disciplined is to embrace delayed gratification. In today's world where instant gratification is just a click away, discipline is the ability to delay short-term pleasures in favor of long-term rewards. It's about understanding that the greatest rewards require patience and persistence. You understand that success doesn't come quickly, but rather as the result of continuous effort, and that the most fulfilling outcomes come when you've worked hard to earn them. Discipline helps you resist the urge to take shortcuts or to settle for less than what you're capable of. It teaches you that what's worth having is worth working for, and that real satisfaction comes not from getting things quickly, but from earning them through effort and perseverance. Discipline also means taking responsibility for your actions and outcomes. When you are disciplined, you hold yourself accountable for your progress. You don't make excuses, and you don't blame others or circumstances for your challenges. Instead, you recognize that you are in control of your choices and that every decision you make directly impacts your results. Discipline is about taking full ownership of your life and your success and not waiting for someone else to take the reins for you. When things go wrong, instead of pointing fingers, you focus on what you can do to make things better. You recognize that discipline doesn't just apply to the good times. It also applies when things get tough. And it is in those moments that discipline truly shines. Being disciplined also means knowing how to manage your time effectively. Time is the one resource you can never get back, and discipline teaches you how to use it wisely. It's about prioritizing what matters most and making sure that you are spending your time in alignment with your goals. Discipline helps you avoid wasting time on unproductive activities and ensures that you stay focused on what's important. It teaches you to create boundaries, to say no to things that distract you, and to allocate time each day for the things that will move you forward. With discipline, you understand that time management isn't about filling your day with activity. It's about making sure that every minute spent is a minute working towards something meaningful. Discipline also requires patience. The road to success is not always fast, and there will be times when progress seems slow, but when you are disciplined, you trust in the process. You understand that success doesn't happen overnight, and you have the patience to stay the course even when the results are not immediately visible. Discipline teaches you to keep going even when the road gets tough, knowing that every step you take is one step closer to your goal. You don't give up when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. Instead, you keep putting in the work, understanding that every effort compounds over time. Being disciplined also means being consistent. Consistency is the key to progress, and discipline ensures that you show up every day, even when it's hard. It's easy to work hard when you feel motivated, but discipline ensures that you keep working even when motivation fades. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. When you are disciplined, you make progress each and every day, and you understand that success isn't about bursts of effort. It's about showing up consistently, putting in the work, and staying committed to your goals. Ultimately, discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the defining trait of those who turn their vision into reality and achieve the success they've always wanted. When you are disciplined, you recognize that success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who work tirelessly, relentlessly, and consistently toward their goals. Discipline is the backbone of all achievement, the inner strength that propels you forward even when the path seems difficult. It's not always glamorous or exciting, but it is the key to creating the life you desire, and it is the power that allows you to rise above challenges and make your dreams come true. You are the solution. This simple truth holds the key to unlocking your potential and changing the course of your life. Too often people look outside themselves for answers, waiting for someone else to solve their problems or for circumstances to magically improve. But the reality is that the solution to every challenge you face is within you. You have the power, the ability, and the resources to create change in your life. You are the one who decides how you respond to adversity, and you are the one who can turn obstacles into opportunities. The moment you realize that you are the solution is the moment you take control of your life, your future, and your success. Being the solution means taking full responsibility for your life. It means recognizing that you are not a passive participant in your own journey, but an active creator of your circumstances. When you stop blaming external factors or other people for where you are, you empower yourself to change your situation. You begin to understand that your choices, your actions, and your mindset shape your reality. The solutions you seek are not somewhere out there. They are within you, and they are waiting for you to tap into them. By taking responsibility, you shift your mindset from one of helplessness to one of empowerment, knowing that you have the ability to turn things around. To be the solution, you must also embrace the mindset of a problem solver. Challenges are a natural part of life, and when you approach them with the attitude that you have the ability to find a way through, you become unstoppable. Instead of seeing problems as roadblocks, you see them as puzzles to solve. You don't get overwhelmed by difficulties or become discouraged by setbacks. Instead, you roll up your sleeves and look for creative solutions. You are resourceful, innovative, and proactive. When a problem arises, you don't waste time complaining or feeling defeated. You focus on finding the best possible solution and taking action to implement it. This mindset shifts you from being a victim of your circumstances to becoming the architect of your own success. Being the solution also means recognizing your inner strength. Life can sometimes feel like a series of challenges, and it can be easy to forget just how capable you are of overcoming them. But the truth is, you have faced hardships before and come out stronger each time. Every challenge you've overcome has made you more resilient, more resourceful, and more determined. You have already proven that you are capable of handling adversity. When you recognize this inner strength, you become confident in your ability to solve problems no matter how difficult they may seem. You stop doubting yourself and start trusting that you have everything you need to handle whatever comes your way. Being the solution is also about embracing action. You can have all the knowledge, skills, and ideas in the world, but without action, they are just potential. To be the solution, you must take consistent, decisive action towards solving the problems you face. Action is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. When you take action, you move from simply thinking about solutions to actually creating them. You stop waiting for things to change on their own, and you start taking steps to change them yourself. Each action you take brings you closer to your goals and demonstrates your commitment to solving the problems in your life. Being the solution requires adaptability. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes the solutions you come up with won't work the way you thought they would. However, this doesn't mean you should give up. Being the solution means being flexible and willing to adjust your approach when necessary. It means learning from your mistakes and using them to refine your strategy. Adaptability is about staying open to new ideas, new methods, and new possibilities. When things don't go as expected, you find another way, another path, and you keep moving forward. Your ability to adapt ensures that you are always in motion, always learning, and always progressing. To be the solution, you must also maintain a positive mindset. It's easy to get bogged down by negativity and to start believing that nothing will ever improve. But when you approach life with optimism and a belief that solutions exist for every problem, you open yourself up to opportunities. A positive mindset enables you to see possibilities where others see limitations. It allows you to stay motivated, even in the face of challenges, and to keep looking for ways to move forward. When you believe that there is always a solution to any problem, you are more likely to find it because your mind is focused on possibilities rather than obstacles. Being the solution also means taking consistent care of yourself. You cannot solve problems effectively if you are not taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. When you prioritize self-care, you are better equipped to handle life's challenges and to think clearly under pressure. Taking care of yourself allows you to stay energized, focused, and balanced, which in turn helps you stay productive and proactive. You are at your best when you invest in your health, your growth, and your happiness. By nurturing yourself, you become more resilient and more capable of finding the solutions you need to succeed. When you are the solution, you also inspire others to become solutions in their own lives. By demonstrating that challenges can be overcome and that obstacles can be transformed into opportunities, you set an example for those around you. Your actions speak louder than words, and when others see you taking responsibility, embracing action, and finding solutions, they are inspired to do the same. You create a ripple effect, encouraging others to step up and take control of their own lives. Being the solution isn't just about solving your own problems. It's about leading by example and empowering others to solve theirs as well. Ultimately, being the solution is about living with purpose and intention. It's about understanding that you have the ability to create change, not just in your own life, but in the world around you. When you approach life with the mindset that you are the solution, you see challenges as opportunities for growth, and you approach each day with a sense of purpose and determination. You don't wait for things to get better, you make them better. You take action, you problem solve, and you continuously evolve. When you live as the solution, you become a force for change, not just in your own life, but in the lives of everyone you encounter. You realize that you are the key to your own success, and you embrace that responsibility with confidence and determination. You are committed to growth and action. Commitment is the cornerstone of success, and growth is the natural byproduct of sustained effort. To be truly committed to growth is to recognize that you are always evolving, always learning, and always improving. It's an understanding that you can never settle for where you are, but must constantly strive for something greater. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you decide to make it a priority and take deliberate action toward it every day. It's not about being perfect, but about being better than you were yesterday. When you are committed to growth, you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself, and that journey requires consistent, purposeful action. Being committed to growth means you understand that growth is often uncomfortable, change rarely comes easily, and the process of growth can be challenging. It requires you to step outside of your comfort zone and confront the areas of your life that need improvement. When you are committed to growth, you don't shy away from discomfort. Instead, you embrace it because you know that it is through discomfort that you build strength, resilience, and wisdom. Growth is about pushing yourself to go beyond what you thought was possible and confronting the parts of you that need to change. The willingness to face challenges head on, to embrace discomfort, and to keep moving forward is what makes growth not just a possibility, but a certainty. Commitment to growth means taking responsibility for your own development. It's about understanding that your future is in your hands and that you are the one who must make the effort to improve yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or lack of resources for where you are in life. But when you are truly committed to growth, you take full ownership of your journey. You acknowledge your role in your current situation and take active steps to create the change you desire. You seek out opportunities for growth, whether through learning, experience, or feedback, and you use them to propel yourself forward. Action is the partner of growth. You cannot grow by simply wishing for it. You must act. Being committed to growth means not just setting goals, but actively pursuing them. Growth requires movement, and movement requires action. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward your growth. It's easy to become paralyzed by fear, doubt, or uncertainty, but when you are committed to growth, you take action despite those feelings. You understand that action is the only way to make progress, and that by consistently taking action, you are building momentum. The key is to keep moving, to take imperfect steps, and to trust that every action you take is contributing to your personal development. Commitment to growth means being open to feedback. No one is perfect, and there is always room for improvement. When you are committed to growth, you actively seek out feedback from others, whether it's from mentors, peers, or even your own self-reflection. Feedback is a gift, and when you receive it with an open mind, it becomes an invaluable tool for growth. Rather than taking feedback personally or becoming defensive, you use it as a mirror to see where you can improve. You embrace constructive criticism, knowing that it's an opportunity to refine your skills, expand your knowledge, and become better at what you do. Growth happens when you are willing to learn from others and from your own experiences. To be committed to growth is also to be committed to consistency. Growth isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires consistent effort over time. There will be days when you feel like quitting, when progress seems slow, or when you wonder if all your hard work is worth it. But when you are truly committed to growth, you push through those moments of doubt. You understand that consistency is the key to long-term success, and you keep showing up, even when the results aren't immediate. Every small step, every day of focused effort adds up over time to create significant transformation. You trust the process and continue to put in the work, knowing that growth is happening even when it's not immediately visible. Being committed to growth also means embracing failure as part of the journey. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's an integral part of it. When you fail, you learn. When you make mistakes, you gain wisdom. Growth requires you to fail, to stumble, and to fall, but what matters is that you get back up. The commitment to growth means that you don't see failure as a reason to stop. You see it as a stepping stone toward your ultimate success. Every failure is an opportunity to improve, to refine your approach, and to learn what works and what doesn't. When you are committed to growth, you don't fear failure. You embrace it as a natural and necessary part of the process. Being committed to growth means setting goals that challenge you. Without a goal, growth is aimless. But with clear, challenging goals, you have something to strive for, something that pulls you forward. When you set ambitious goals, you push yourself beyond your current limitations. These goals are not about perfection, but about progress. They are meant to stretch you, to help you discover what you're capable of, and to provide direction for your efforts. When you are committed to growth, you set goals that force you to level up, that demand your best effort, and that keep you focused on what matters most. You break down your goals into manageable steps and take consistent action toward achieving them, knowing that each goal achieved brings you closer to your ultimate potential. To be committed to growth also means fostering a mindset of continuous improvement. The journey of growth never ends. No matter how much you accomplish or how far you go, there is always more to learn, more to achieve, and more to become. Being committed to growth means adopting a mindset of lifelong learning. You seek out opportunities to expand your knowledge, sharpen your skills, and broaden your perspective. Whether it's through reading, courses, or experiences, you recognize that growth is a never-ending process. This mindset keeps you humble, curious, and open to new possibilities. You understand that your potential is limitless and that growth is a constant pursuit that will continue throughout your entire life. Being committed to growth means being patient with yourself. Growth takes time, and while you may be eager to see immediate results, you recognize that meaningful change is a gradual process. When you are committed to growth, you give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. You understand that there will be setbacks, obstacles, and days when progress feels slow, but you trust that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. You practice self-compassion, knowing that growth is not always linear, and that each step, no matter how small, is part of the bigger picture. Patience allows you to stay focused on your journey, even when it feels like it's taking longer than you expected.